Hello, my name is Annabeth, and we're going to be going over my early game stud route for LEGO Harry Potter use 5 through 7 speedrunning. In this, I'm actually going to be using plenty of 1P2C, and so knowing how to do good 1P2C, that's a prerequisite for this, as well as actually kind of knowing how to speedrun the game. Like, you don't need to be at the top level, but I'd like you to actually be able to recognize it, because I'm really going to actually focus on where the studs are and how I get them. So yeah, we're just going to start the game, and skip the cutscene, and instantly collect 110 studs. That's no big deal, don't worry about that. Then you just use these bushes, you're going to get studs from those. Swap to Dudley, open that, swap back to Harry, shoot that. You know, this is the usual stuff. I'm not focusing on studs too much right now. I'm just collecting some studs via, like, osmosis or something. Anyway, once you're in here, you want to shoot that cart. Try to avoid shooting the purple thing, the water thing, and then shoot the other cart as soon as you're able to. Hopefully that block doesn't do that nonsense launching up there. Don't jump over any of these studs, because they're studs. You want to collect studs. And then swap to Dudley and run along this wall. Because actually, if you try to do the Dementors, you'll actually lose a bit of studs, which you don't want to do. Anyway, we're going into the auto-scroller flight section, and basically for this, all you want to do is you want to navigate. You want to make sure you hit the blues and purple. The blues, you can miss those. Whatever. The blues are only worth 2,000. The purple, you don't want to miss. Except you can miss one. It's just that if you miss one, you really don't want to miss the other. But you can miss both and still go for the backup purple, but that's technically slow. Also, shooting those buoys there, they'll give you a crest, but they'll also give you a blue stud each, so you want to shoot those as well. And also, it doesn't matter that you get the crest that extends the status screen, because the status screen is removed by the load remover anyway, so you don't want to hit all 4 in 1 through 7 collection where you don't have the load remover. Anyway, this section, it's really just do the 1P2C, really. Yeah, you can grab that. There's also a blue near this, cart, but that's not that big a deal. Oh yeah, make sure you drop out, Harry. You want to shoot this from as far back as possible, by the way. It's just faster. Anyway, here's Harry. It's so nice to see you. Anyway, you want to just... Anyway, there's nothing really special. Anyway, shoot with Kingsley to hit that statue, reflect the blue from it, and then bring the staff to Moody. You can shoot that statue with Moody, because, you know, he has that, and then you get all the statue. It's great. It's wonderful. You shoot all the statue there. Anyway, now we're in the Ministry, and we're going to be playing as Arthur and Harry, as you can see. Arthur, just go straight right, do that. With Harry, you have the time to dick around with these. Get a bunch of studs from them. It's only 300 per, but, you know, that's 300 studs that you can get for free. Anyway, with Arthur running up here, build that as soon as the pieces appear, and just run here, spamming a B with Harry. And then if you're lucky, you'll dupe that blue. Most of the time you will dupe that blue, and then as soon as Arthur's going through there, drop him out and run this way with Harry, and when Harry stops moving, drop Arthur back in. You can collect these studs, collect that, turn the wheel, jump onto the blue. Build the paper airplane with Arthur. Once it's done building, drop him out. And once you lift it, drop him in. Jump on the fountain, collect those blues and the purple, don't forget, and you can grab those blues that go off behind this thing that's behind the fountain, and then once you're through here, you do want to actually have Arthur dropped in, because you can do a bit of stud 1p2c, and then drop him out once he's done fixing that. Once that falls over, you can open this up, grab the frog. You will get a bit of studs, but that's not... Don't worry about that lamp, because you're not going to have time to deal with it. Pick this up with Arthur, run off into here, put that down, use Wingardium Leviosa, get those studs, and boom, you're done. Hive 1. And now, this part will be completely removed from by loads. So anyway, we're going to spawn in Diagon Alley, and instantly I'm going to get rid of the cart. That's not a beneficial thing for stud, but I like to get rid of it anyway, because, I don't know, it's just easier when it's not one. Anyway, 77%. We did a pretty bang-up job for a 5-1 there. 77% is basically the best you will typically get. I've never seen a 78% in a run. Unless someone's going out of their way for stuff, really. Anyway, once you're out, we run up with both Ron and Harry. Use Wingardium on that. Stand next to here and shoot the brooms. They drop a bunch of studs, and then go through here. Don't go up the stairs. Don't worry about getting studs in here, that's not important. And then don't pick up the other studs, the tiny studs. They're barely anything. These studs are barely worth anything. Once one of the players is up here, open that and collect the studs that spew out from it. Have player 1 shoot these benches because he's going to spawn nearer to them to get all the studs that spew out, while player 2 goes and gets the ticket. Give it to the man, drop out. Shoot that if you're doing any percent. Shoot the yellow thing for Muggle Orphan if you're doing any percent. If you're not doing any percent or 100, well, you can also shoot it for 100%. Also for all Crest, you're going to want to shoot it. But if you're doing NLE, it doesn't matter. Anyway, then we're moving on to the platform where you want to drop in Luna immediately. You run along. You can shoot these benches, shoot those flowers, shoot that bench, and that gets you a bunch of studs. Anyway, I'm not going to be going over the backup stud right this minute, although I could. You can run along here. You can also shoot that stuff while you're running. It's not going to cost you in speed at all. It'll just cause things to start spewing studs. Once that's done, spam a bunch of shots as Harry. It's going to queue out a ton of studs, and you're just going to pick them all up as you go past, and then you can go through here. Run along here with both players spamming shots, so stuff starts spewing them out at you. You collect them up as you go through, and then enter here. And then you're in the dormitory, run straight to the door with Ron, and run the other way to collect the studs around the middle with Harry. Coming through, pick that up, shoot this globe thing with Ron, go back here to collect the blue, open this thing. Also use Wingardium on the portrait to prevent having to do it, so you don't accidentally do it while trying to open the exit. Shoot that bench as you run past to get some studs, and then come down these stairs. Once you're in the stairs area, drop out Ron, of course, run down the stairs, collecting the studs, then go through here, and then drop Ron in. You just run across and jump shoot with Harry there, basically. You get the blue from that chandelier thing that you shot. Anyway, run along here, shoot that with Ron, even if you're doing any percent. You don't need it for any percent, but even if you're doing any percent, it's going to give you a few studs. And a few studs is going to help, and it's not going to lose time. Grab that with Harry, jump and shoot that chest with Ron. This is more of the route of the lesson. You should already have all needed studs by this point. Put those both in, put the ingredients in, and this is where I'm going to note in a few extra studs. Shoot Hermione, open that, immediately start building that with Ron, faster, check that, grab any extra studs that you might want, And there you go. You've done Defense Against Dark Arts. As you can probably tell by when you saw my stud count, I'm well over the thing. But, you know, like I said, you can miss some studs. And that's just a fact of how this plays. Anyway, drop out player 2 there. Because you want them dropped out for later. You go up here, you get the thing, and oh look, it's another blue. And, well, I pretty much have 15,000 more than I needed to. So yeah, you can just exit to Diagon Alley, run along here, and run past these guys, and you're in here. Now, here's another blue stud you can grab if you're still running short somehow at this point. But yeah, there you go. By Glacius, nice and easy. But yeah, that's the entire route. It's barely any sort of route. But yeah, thanks for watching, and peace.